Hello, my name is Toriana Goods, and today I will be presenting my developing research topic, which focuses on limited credit recovery among at risk high school students in an alternative education setting. This topic developed from my experience as an English teacher working in an alternative education. And this is where I observed the challenges students face in recovering their credits and staying on track for graduation. Credit recovery has become an important part of secondary education, particularly in alternative education settings where students often arrive after experiencing some sort of academic failure, chronic absenteeism, and disengagement. And schools are increasingly evaluated through different accountability systems that really emphasize on graduation rates, credit accumulation, and standardized testing. And as a result, the credit recovery has become a primary strategy for helping those students who are behind remain eligible for graduation at the end of the year. The problem guiding this study is that limited credit recovery among at risk high school students is influenced by repeated course failure, chronic absenteeism, low academic confidence, and literacy related barriers to course completion. And although credit recovery programs are limited to help students regain academic standing, many continue to struggle with completing coursework and earning credits at a pace that allows them to graduate on time. At my campus, the alternative education program has shifted from primarily serving those seniors who were significantly behind on credits or that just needed a push to graduate to now also serving students as early as 10th grade who are significantly behind academically. And then many of those students enter our program with between 50 or 100 or more absences. And approximately 120 out of those 150 graduates begin the program already credit deficient. And credit recovery is primarily completed through Edgenuity combined with some sort of teacher directed instruction and assignments. And while the small campus environment does provide individualized support, many students also enter with literacy gaps, low academic confidence, and a history of repeated academic failure. And these challenges can often reinforce one another. And with the repeated failure can reduce their confidence, increase them being absent still, and make credit recovery more difficult over time because the program is self-paced. The purpose of this study is to examine how repeated course failure, chronic absenteeism, low academic confidence, and literacy related barriers influence limited credit recovery among at risk high school students in an alternative education setting. Three major themes that emerged from the literature. The first is that early identification of academic risk. And the research that was done by Balfans and colleagues showed that attendance problems, course failure, and disengagement often appear long before students become severely credit deficient, suggesting that opportunities are present for earlier intervention. And the second theme focuses primarily on alternative education and credit recovery. Lear and colleagues, along with McGee and Lynn, they found that smaller learning environments, individualized instruction, and supportive relationships help re-engage students who have struggled in traditional school settings. And the third theme involves student level barriers. Fan found in his research that withdrawal from school often develops gradually after repeated academic failure. The literature also highlights the importance of academic confidence, student engagement, and literacy skills in determining whether students successfully complete credit recovery. The literature suggests three important conclusions. The first one being that academic risk can often be identified long before students become severely behind in credits. The second was that credit recovery programs are generally very reactive, meaning students often receive support only after significant academic difficulties have developed. Instead of being preventative, they are rather reactive. And then finally, student level factors such as attendance, literacy, engagement, and academic confidence influence students' ability to recover credit successfully. These findings demonstrate the need for additional research examining how these factors interact within the alternative education setting to improve student outcomes. These are the 5 peer-reviewed sources that inform my prospectus and provided the foundation for this study. Thank you.